is very important when I go to the track. He builds my engines. Maybe if I do something weird to my cart, he'll rebuild it. Maybe he'll walk over to P1 and be like, what's going on? And ever since I started, we didn't know what we were doing, really. Ever since I started, I was in a 7-year-old in a KPV racing against 10-year-olds, and we didn't know what we were doing. So when he walked over, my dad and his brother-in-law, they go back to high school, and his son was in the class that I was racing against, and I got lapped twice, 10 lap race, I got 8 laps in, proud of that. But first lap, but he basically told us what was going on, and he told us to go back down to the Comer class, and from there we built up, and he's just been a real big help in my karting career. And I want to go on and continue with him. I don't want to just stop. I really want him to be involved, and he's just very, very important in our career. He's a big part.
I mean, that's exactly right, because you have to have that person at the track that does that for you. And in my case, it was my dad. We don't have much racing background like your family does at all. I'm the first one to even get in a cart and go fast, for lack of a better term. So I'm the only one that's ever had that urge. So, and my dad doesn't let me get on 2 wheels just like your dad, not because he just knows it's dangerous. So 4 wheels beats 2 any day. You look at a Prius and a truck, the truck's got to win. So,
the only thing that doesn't beat a Prius is my 04 Corolla, the slow roller.
Hey, that's true. Your thing doesn't beat anything. So,
I got passed by a snail today and a turtle.
That's really sad. I kind of feel bad for you.
Hey, but look at real quick to butt in. Look at Jimmy Johnson and Chad Canal, 7 championships in 16 years. I'll take that. Yeah,
exactly. But like I was saying, like you have that person. My dad was that person for me. For that, like Al is to you. So it's always great to have that person at the track with you, and you always learn so much from them. And just like you said, you went up to the junior class and you raced with Quick Nick. And then you went back down to Comer because, he said maybe you should probably go to Comer again and just focus on there. And me, I was always so damn tall. I had to race with the big guys. Like right now, I started shifters when I was 14 and the next youngest guy is 28. So, and I went straight from the junior all the way to the open shifter to the top rank. So, for me, like him, he was always, the supportive one to be like, hey, you know what? He didn't really have the insight to the driving. He still had the insight to the corners and whatnot, like what to do where, but he was the supportive factor in my life. And I know Al's that person to you. So, and I know how long or how much of a per se advantage that is to have that someone that kind of puts that emphasis in your life to where, I'm going to keep racing because of that person. They've taught me so much and I can learn from that, and so forth. And that's honestly the best. I'm getting all sentimental in here and whatnot, but that's honestly what it is.
I think I see a tear right there. You started talking about your dad. I saw more of a tear when you talked about Al Ramirez. I think they're about to steal your crew chief from you. Do you want Jeff Axton? I think the answer is no.
It's pretty damn good.
No, great question. That's cool to hit on because we talk about the drivers, but hit on real quick when you say Comer and words that people listening might not understand. You're talking about classes and the speed of the cars.
Exactly, yeah. So Comer, you can probably explain too. It's not as fast as the junior per se. That it's the Comer class. It's the cadets for lack of a better term. So they aren't as fast and whatnot. But when you go to junior, you get out of that small little Comer cadet cart and you go into the big daddy of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you go in, it's like that's what the shifters run. That's the same chassis you get into seniors. It's the same chassis all the way through. So it's a huge learning curve. Handles completely differently. So, it's going to be for you, especially like if I were to give you any advice, because I raced tag before shifter and whatnot.
I don't believe she asked any. Are you asking advice? I mean, I beat him at fast lap. Do you want to ask me anything?
In a lawnmower engine cart that doesn't account for jack.
I believe LO2. Yeah. I believe LO206 is pretty popular right now.
I think she's racing X30 last time I heard.
Yeah, well, I just put together I welded a frame and I put my lawnmower motor on it. So watch for me in 2018.
Oh, God, that's going to be concerning.
Please.
But honestly, though, like if I were to say like one thing to you is that don't take that cart for granted at all. Like, because when I came out of the cadets and I got into the juniors, I was kind of like, I treated it like a cadet cart. It's a different beast. It's a completely different engine package. It's a completely different chassis. You're going to have more grip. You can go into the corners way harder. and you know this, you race, push the limits. You know, you push the envelope till sometimes you spin out and then you back it up a little bit. You don't do it again. So, and you know that. So, I mean, push the limit, but at the same time, like me at Supernats, I got into a pretty bad crash because I pushed the limit a little too hard. So, you know, just be careful when you're pushing the limits, but, you know, push that cart to the extent where it wants to break free, but you have full control of it and you'll win every race. Guaranteed.
I was almost in a bad crash at Supernats the last 6 years, but they never called me back.
Yeah, like I said, whenever Al was always my encouragement, and when I was in cadet, when I was back in Adams Raceway.
I love Adams Motorsports Park. I'm their track announcer for Drift the last 8 years. Tough track to race. I'll race you there. Hey, that's where we're going. Fast lap.
Let's do it.
We love you, Lou Arlington. We can only race at your track now up in Las Vegas. But what do you say next Tuesday night, or in the future, we have you on the show again, and people want to know now that you've been on the show how your career's going. So maybe we wait a couple months. Pre-show, we meet at Adams, and we do a little race, me, you, and Willie.
Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be fun.
Oh, bring it on.
That'd be perfect.
Great.
Oh, bring it. Is that a challenge? You can't challenge my challenge.
Well, that can it's applied to you, not me.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, she's got
right,
some comebacks, man. You better be careful.
I got a couple real quick. A track that you want to race, or a race you'd like to race in karting that you haven't yet?
I really want to go to Daytona. That looks really fun. I've seen YouTube videos. It looks really fun to go on the actual big boy track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I completely agree with that one, no doubt.
Okay. We still need your pick. You could win tickets.
You know, I'm going to go with Junior on this one.
Ooh.
Coming back after a layoff.
After that concussion, man, he's going to make a comeback, and I know he will.
Ooh.
Well, you know, he's skipping the Can-Am duels, and Bowman's going to run that for him, and then he's going to come and race the actual Daytona 500. So he's going to skip the Can-Am duels, Bowman's going to do that for him, and then he's just going to come in and race the big shabam.
Wow. I was really, and I know your driving talent is much better than your predictions, but I will tell you that there's 3 Major League sports stars that will never win again. One of them is Tiger Woods. The other one we've covered, Danica. And the third one is Junior. He'll never win again. I'm sorry. His career's over.
I'm sorry, what?
He's most popular driver every year, but come on, he's not his dad. He never was, just like Kyle Petty. I'm sorry. I love him, but he has no talent. He doesn't have the eye of the tiger like you. He'll never win again. That's a poor pick. I'll give you one chance to make another pick.
You know what? I always like to go with my first gut, because when I'm in history class, when I'm in history class and I scratch out the next answer, you know what? He tells me you should have went with the first answer because it was right.
Well, that's good then, because Junior is history.
Okay,
so there we
whatever
go.
you say, buddy.
I got Benjamin down for Junior. That's easy money. Put your $50 in the pot.
You know what? I won Super Bowl.
Oh,
that's right. I saw the picture.
I got the green.
How much did you win?
I won 130 something.
That's perfect. I need a $100 loan tonight.
For what? A new car?
I'll use the other 30 then.
Did anybody hear that?
Yeah,
I heard that.
That was the funniest thing.
Oh,
now the sister's chiming in.
You just got roasted.
Go ahead. What's your
I know
name?
how much she won. She won $133.
How much did you already borrow, or are you her manager? Why don't you tell everybody at Kaotic Motorsports who you are and to look for you on the track in the future?
I'm her little sister, the youngest, and I just want to race like her.
What's your name?
Hadley.
Ooh, Hadley stealing your thunder.
You wish, child.
Oh.
Hey,
I got my thunder. You got your lightning.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey. This is getting crazy. Did we bring a babysitter? Dad's over here filming. We might need to break this up. All right, real quick. Okay, so we got your pick. I respect that. I got to go with my NHRA.
Yep.
We've been on the show having a great time tonight. I think we could go like 4 more hours. We're having so much fun. But we always do the chappy birthdays. Scott Sharp.
Happy
Motor
birthday.
Racing 49. Big Schmo, he's usually our exit music.
Love Big Schmo.
He won't be
that
our
guy.
exit music tonight because we have an 11-year-old in here, although her music probably has worse lyrics than Big Schmo. But happy birthday to Big Schmo. And how about the Proc Rocket, Jimmy Proc, coming back over with John Force. They didn't win the Winter Nationals, but happy birthday to Jimmy Proc. The Winter Nationals, of course, I'm a big drag race fan. The Force and John, the Don, Force and the Don, the scuffle at the starting line. Now, these guys are going at it for years now. This is awesome. Force goes up to shake his hand. the Don blows him off.
Mm-hmm.
The announcer, I thought, did a great job going over and getting both the interviews, but this rivalry is going to be great. And I thought it was funny that the Don called Force out for paying Proc too much to steal his crew chief after Don already paid him to steal him from Force in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes no sense. It's hypocritical, and if you really think about it.
How can you pay somebody too much? Aren't you worth what somebody is willing to pay you?
Precisely. That's what I don't.
How can you pay somebody
exactly.
too much?
It's all just the attempt trying to put Force under the bus somehow. You know, it's not. It's a rivalry thing. They're just gonna say whatever they want to get them to look like the bad person. So.
Well, it's just funny. We're going back, and we covered this on the show a couple of years ago. Don Schumacher, every time he comes out on the track at Pomona. And I'm saying it right now. You're such a D-bag, dude. Everybody boos you. When John Force comes out there, everybody gives you a standing O.
Yep.
So I don't know who's worse for the sport. I mean, you throw 16 cars out there in a 16-car class. I think your odds are pretty good at winning. So who's ruining the sport with more money?
Exactly,
And then don't get me started on NHRA. Your new website sucks.
Here he goes. Everyone sit back.
Your new website sucks, and watch out for the IHRA, because NHRA, if you don't make some better decisions, you're in trouble, because your loyal fans are starting to notice, and we're getting really pissed off. You let go my good buddy Brad Littlefield, who is the NHRA.
Yep.
And he is now, congratulations to Laguna Seca. He's the new PR marketing manager. Also has been on this show. And we'll get Brad Littlefield back on the show, and we're going to get some scoop on the NHRA. So that's just my little rant. Maybe I need to go on another show, Rantaholics, and I've been pretty funny tonight, too, and you've been funnier, Laney Benjamin. Maybe we need to go on the Roy and Jimmy thing. That's a comedy show. You're going to do guest spots on all the shows here.
I might as well get a sponsor.
So NHRA, number one qualifiers won all the pro classes, and I gave you 2 out of the 3 winners last week. So if you took that to Vegas, you're richer. So take me out to to Morton's, or I like Fleming's. That's good. I gave you 2 out of the 3. Matt Hagan beat Courtney Force, and that was Funny Car. And Top Fuel, it was Pritchett. Leah Pritchett for the females, 3.67 seconds, 330 miles an hour.
That's cooking.
Would you drive a Top Fuel dragster like Leah Pritchett? She's
Yeah,
from Redlands, local girl from Redlands. Drives the Domino's Pizza. I mean the Papa John's Pizza. How could I say that? Sorry.
Free
Sorry,
pizza.
Papa
Free
John's.
pizza.
I know. I think that's getting there in about 3 seconds or less. That So congratulations, and of course Jason Line, the Summit cars continuing their domination of Pro Stock. Jason Line beating his teammate Greg Anderson. All number one qualifiers, winning the races. Of course, that whole Force and Don Schumacher thing. How about more chaotic karma? Shane Westerfield, the CP Carrillo car, first win at his home track. Chaotic karma once again. Their next race, the straight ahead guys, the Nitro, Arizona Nationals in 2 weeks. LAKC opener is this week. Looks like rain. Have you drove much in the rain? Do you think you're good in the rain? Are we good for Sunday?
I'm kind of hesitating on that one. Although I do love driving in the rain, but I don't know yet what it's like to drive in a big.
I would think you've done it. I think most Southern California racers would be worse than the East Coast guys in their rain. Willie, elaborate on that.
That's completely true. But and the one thing you're going to learn about in the junior car is it's not easier per se to drive in the rain, but it's difficult, and with the junior car, you're going to have more grip, you're going to have more tires on the ground and whatnot. But, the East Coast guys have definitely driven a lot more in the rain. But actually this Sunday, it looks like Saturday there's going to be about an 80% chance of rain, and then Sunday it's probably about 10%. So I don't think we're actually going to have rain on Sunday per se. So me personally, I know I'm probably just going to show up and race on Sunday, probably. So, I don't want to, practice in the rain and destroy all my equipment and whatnot, and then, get stomped on Sunday. So, but even if it does rain, per se, it's honestly it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. It is a different beast, but you'll adapt quickly. I can just tell, just from Hershey, you probably can adapt. So, and you'll adapt quickly to that. It's not as difficult as some people say it to be.
All right. Well, now just hearing by that, I kind of feel like that it might be a little weird at first, but now I feel like that I'm going to adapt quicker, because I'm usually really good with learning stuff, and I usually get it down really quickly. But now that it's driving in the rain, at first I was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna drive in the rain, no problem. But now that you told me that, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
No, and he didn't mean it by that.
No.
And you seem confident
Yeah.
and positive, but not cocky. And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's good, and I think Al would tell you that, and I think Willie would tell you that. Maybe the question came out wrong there, but
Yeah.
Again, and I can give you some advice from being a 15-year tournament water skier. If the water's rough or raining or windy, every competitor has those same conditions.
Exactly.
So it's not like you're the only one getting screwed in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of good. But I like your calm demeanor. You're confident, but you're not cocky coming into it.
That's honestly,
And
that's
you're a
what's
good
going to win her
listener.
races. That's what's going to win her races right there. That not cocky, but just confident and well-rounded right there. You keep your mindset right, you're going to win races left and right. Like, hands down. It's going to happen. You know, it might not be the first couple, you know, it's going to take some learning. But honestly, once you get those first couple down and you start learning from the other competitors, you're going to start winning races left and right. Like, no doubt about it.
That's awesome. This is KaoticRadio.com. We're live, going a little bit overtime because I got the green light. So you want to stick around for a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit longer.
Let's do it.
You having fun?
I'm having a blast.
All right, we're a 1-hour show, but they just told us we're going all night. Can you call your school and tell them we're going
I might as well ditch.
Oh.
Dude, you know, we got a fence. I'm planning to hop it second period.
Oh.
Okay, but
Damn.
we don't tell other kids that going to. My daughters are listening. Would you care to rephrase that? Okay. Anyways, Tessa and Taylor, I love you. Daddy doesn't condone all the answers of all of our guests on this show. Kaotic Motorsports is KaoticRadio.com. We're with 11-year-old phenom go-kart racer, a local out of Temecula, Lainey Benjamin. Her nickname, Benjamin. You know if you're good and on the podium and you announce, I announce, you're going to get a nickname.
Yep.
Willie Axton is the Axe. That was an easy one. But you have like 3. You're like Costa Mesa Kid.
You've got so many for me. I just, I never know what to expect with you.
Well,
It's one of those 3, you know, it's a one-third chance of what's going to come out. So
let me dive back in real quick and cover my stuff, and we can keep on talking. Last week, and just cover some local stuff. War Supermoto. I usually announce for the promoter of the year in the AMA in 2016, Matt Stewart, my buddy. I got hired by Traxxas to do the monster trucks. I was unable to do certain events. I would like to thank Tri-C, LAKC, Adams Motorsports Park, Wheel to Wheel Raceway in Victorville, and Matt Stewart, all these promoters and people I work for working with me so cool. And they know I want to follow my dreams like these young racers want to follow their dreams. And Traxxas offered me a great opportunity, and I couldn't say no. And I want to thank Jeff Fry. He's been on the show. Jeff Fry is, of course, the voice of the National Jet Boat Association, Mike DeClark and the boys. And Jeff Fry filled in for me. The word is I called from Louisiana, and Jeff Fry did a great job. Everybody's happy. I'm going to get J.R. Ibarra. A shout-out to J.R. His
Good
dad
friend.
passed away.
Yeah.
J.R. is going to be joining us on the show. Of course, you remember him from Kart Racer TV, and we'll be working together. And JR is a great guy, and we'll be talking to JR. Thoughts and prayers out with him. Matt Stewart's wife, Katrina Wilson, who's the sister of Dean Wilson, who finished 5th, his best finish ever with a new bike, new sponsor at Supercross, finished 5th. She went into, I believe, Little Monza or Big Monza. They run the Supermoto out there. You know that. You've seen the bikes out there.
No,
But you know how hard Adams is. It's probably, you know what the motto is, where heroes are born. And if you can win at Adams or finish a lap at Adams, you can probably be a pretty good driver, right?
Dude, those
I mean,
Monzas.
the only track with 2, not 1, but 2 bank turns. And they think that she might have hit some oil, possibly from a go-kart. Somebody might have missed it, but she high-sided the bike. You guys have seen the Supermoto at Apex as well.
Yeah.
They run out there, and Matt Stewart, you probably met him. But she dislocated or messed up her hip, but she's walking around. She's good to go. So we wish the best of luck for Katrina Wilson. King of Hammers was last weekend. I haven't been out there, but I'm waiting for Rory Connell, my old supervisor at Gibson Performance Exhaust, to give me the update on King of Hammers. But Rory's busy, and he'll check in with us, and we'll give you a King of Hammers update. We had Snore Off-Road, Southern Nevada Off-Road out there, the King Shocks battle at Prim. John Whitlow, my buddy out at Bit of Paradise, Canyon Lake, old water ski buddy, and a Gators go-kart racer, got 8th in the double nickel racing, number 951. So more chaotic karma. John will be coming on with his co-rider on the show in the next couple weeks. Of course, I told you guys about Bigfoot winning, Darren Schnell. He's been on the show. We'll get him back on. And let's get into Supercross. Somebody give Laney's dad a mic. But Justin Hill, real quick, 250 winner. Aaron Plessinger won. They were in Dallas or Arlington. Aaron Plessinger got third behind Faulkner. Points is Hill, Plessinger, and McGrath. 450 was Marvin Muscane, now living in Corona, and he grabbed his first 450 win. So congratulations to Marvin. I know you watch Supercross. Seeley got second place. Jason Anderson third, and the points battle is awesome with Dungy finishing fourth off the podium, but is 129 ahead of Muscan and Seeley. And we mentioned Dean Wilson finishing fifth. Trey Kennard returned to racing and finished 11th, so that's awesome. Trey Kennard.
Yep.
Zeke Benjamin's one of his favorite guys. Boy, if it wasn't for injuries for Trey Kennard, I think he'd be a multi-time champ.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And next weekend, Minneapolis for the Supercross guys. And that'll wrap up my part of it. You got anything else for Elaney, or we want to make sure Elaney thanks all of her sponsors and everything?
Yeah, please thank any sponsors you want to thank. Anyone anyone who's been a huge part in your life, go ahead and take a minute, thank them.
I would like to thank P1 Engines for my fast motors. Those are smoking motors. I'd like to thank Locked and Loaded Trailer Rentals, Cartier Construction, Liot Brace, Lucas Oil, just the Perrys for helping out. They're not really a sponsor, but they're always there.
Perry's rock. They're awesome.
Cam, congratulations, by the way, on
The
that third
Barros
place.
is, let's just name out the whole team.
Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, congratulations to Cameron Perry for getting that third on Scusa. You got to put that top card on the podium. I'd also like to thank Quick Nick Ramirez for building this career, making
I
this.
nicknamed him.
Yeah.
There
It
you
was
go.
easy. It rhymed with me.
Yeah, simple. But yeah, I'd like to thank Tracy Card for the free donuts. What? Free donuts? I mean, that's the maple bars. But
That's who gets all my maple.
Beautiful.
yeah, you got maple
See,
bars.
see, you're faster than me at the racetrack.
Yeah, you got to get that energy. And then I got to get the coffee with like a crap load of creamer.
There it is.
You see, I mean, yeah.
I love it.
You know, you just gotta thank all those people who are there for you. I'd like to thank Frenchie at the big D-Power
Francois.
Francois.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, my favorite Canadian.
He's French.
Just thank you for all the drinks and just that pit spot. That was fun. And thank you for the Empire for putting the bill on the Perry. That was fun to do. But just having fun with Empire, and just thanks you for all the track support at the track, and Top Kart for getting me the Twister chassis. Chappie for announcing those fun nicknames. Al for making $100 water bottles at the track.
Don't forget Mom.
Mom for supporting bringing the Subway at the track.
There it is.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
good. With the
Yep.
Always
sandwiches.
with me.
And bringing
Your sisters.
my sisters and my nana for bringing me fresh oranges. Those are good for for not the braces, but but for all the support, for people coming, for people on Facebook, had a Facebook Live. Just thank you to everyone who supports me, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Where are we going to see you in the future?
You're gonna see me in first. But in front of Danica, though. In front of Danica.
Hey, I just got told we got about 15 more minutes. Let's talk some more.
Yeah.
I'm having a
go for
blast.
it.
Well-
You want to stick around?
You bet.
It's a school night. You good to go?
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
yeah.
Willie,
Well,
take it over.
I'll
I know
tell you
got
what.
more stuff.
Well, I don't want to jump back to what you were saying about John Force, but I think she and I can both learn from this about something he said in an interview. I saw him say about him and Schumacher, and he kind of said, the interviewer, of course, goes up and the first question, what do you think about this rivalry, this, that, and the other thing. And, I think he gave the best answer. And if, Chappie were to interview you, I mean, John Force is a guy you can just learn from. So he basically said, listen, I'm not really focused on what he thinks of me. I'm not really, Don Perdome, the Snake Perdome, if he comes to John Force and gives him some advice, John said, yes, I'm going to take that. Also a guest. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, and he said if the Snake came to me and gave me some advice, or maybe, don't do that, or try and, don't be disrespectful that way, John Force will be the first one to say, you got it. I'm never doing that again, or I'm going to try and do that more. So, he's obviously playing the bigger character in this situation. You learn that from school and whatnot and from your parents, be the bigger person. But, you know, that goes with racing. That goes with me in volleyball. That goes with soccer. That goes with any sport you ever play. You know, you learn from John Force, and he goes, you know, I'm not really worried about what he thinks. I'm not focused on that at all. You know, he can think what he thinks. He can have his opinion, and, you know, that's that. Whatever.
And that's rivalry. And in the end of the day, don't you respect your rivals? 'Cause
Exactly.
You
Oh,
fight
yeah.
so hard, and you guys you race 10 races. You can't fight with your rivals because it's going to mess you up as a driver. So you don't have to be friends with that person. But at the end of the day, you shake their hand. But out on the racetrack, you're out there to beat them.
You're out there to scratch their cart.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
to tattoo it.
Yeah,
There you
go ahead and talk about that because you don't hate that person. You're just, that's what a rivalry is, and that's what I think makes a sport great. And I think your parents probably were really great about teaching you this. It's no matter what sport you play, racing, tennis, cheerleading, sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. You see, my dad was always all about that. I said, you know what? You come in last. I'm still proud of you. You went out there and you finished. But, you know, I learned that from my dad. Like, I'll be watching Kart Life, and, like, dad will be literally taking it out on the kid. Like, are you kidding me? It's just a flipping race. You're gonna
Now,
first,
do you
you
think
last.
do you think that was done for the show? Because, you know, when you get into TV and live TV, like, say the Ben Jamin family and their kart racing escapades were caught on film, like, I want to say that Kart Racer TV, I watched a couple, but I was so, after one or two episodes, I'm like, I'm convinced that any reality TV is fake.
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
even real.
Completely.
You just figured that out now?
Karting? Is
Yeah.
that no, I want to say that after the two races. And I know, Mike, do you want to chime in on reality shows or any questions for Laney? You're a rookie in this sport.
Yeah, in the motorsports, yeah, I'm a rookie. I don't know nothing about no.
Do you have any questions for an 11-year-old
Off-road,
racing go-karts with
the
the boys?
Xbox game I play. Does that count?
I play F1.
Well,
There you go.
well,
see?
depending on what track Laney goes off-roading, Adams, Apex,
Yeah.
not at
Yeah.
Cal Speed.
See,
No,
I'm
but
talking
it's
about
just
You got to mess up pretty
Forza.
bad to go off-roading at Cal Speed.
Yeah, you got to go through the fence and past Jesus. So
That's exactly
That's pretty far right there.
Well, passing Jesus would be involved getting some air.
Al always told me, drive the corner to where you see Jesus, but not past Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right.
We have a few more minutes. I have a request out. Al Ramirez, I know you're listening. UPS doesn't make you get up that early. Would you please call the show, the crew chief extraordinaire? We need you to call in. Al Ramirez, please call the show. KaoticRadio.com, Kaotic Motorsports.
UPS delivers early. What are you talking about?
That's
I
true.
know, that's what I said. You don't have to get... Okay, Mike.
They have to get up hella early.
Okay, Mike, there's a sarcasm thing on this show?
Oh, okay, I apologize.
Yeah, so I
I
also
missed
like
it,
to
I
work.
missed it.
All right. I'll give you more beer, tequila next time. You got to be more.
Well,
of a
You know, you
smart
didn't
ass.
give me no beer. Where's my beer?
Yeah, I brought. You ran in.
I know. I have
Okay.
to work for a
All right,
living.
I'm gonna run
Well,
one into you.
Chappie, you know you got to give him the number if he wants to call. Come on now. Give him the 909-360-8330. He's slacking
I
over
don't
here.
like
I don't know what he's
number.
doing over here.
You know what? Willie sat me up when he saw that I turned to the page that I didn't write the
Oh.
number at the top, and he just pounds like a cheetah, and that's what he does on the racetrack. Okay, I got some other questions. What do you do when you're away from the racetrack?
I usually just chill. I have the GoPro app on my phone, and I got the GoPro Hero Session for Christmas. I usually sit back and watch my mistakes, and I try to correct them. Like I usually do. Like Al tells me to do, to sit back, kind of think about it. And when I'm doing my homework at school, maybe I'll doze off in class, maybe stare off in space, and every now and then. But I'll really try to take my time and sit and think. I don't really go like charge at it. Just kind of take your time, go through that turn. But when I'm outside of school, I'm a straight A student. No A's, no race. So that would suck if I didn't have a B or higher. But straight A student. I'm a really chill person. I also really like to lift. I also like to work my cardio. To really get up there, I really have to work my cardio right now.
I was going to ask you about cross training. Do you ride bikes, work out in the gym?
We're gonna work out. Yeah, we work out. I'm a trainer, and
Are we allowed to elaborate or talk about that? Are you in special training with top secret trainers that could be world
No.
famous?
Top
Look at Hadley.
No.
Hadley's hitting mute on all my buttons.
She's like,
No.
shut up. Stop it.
She's like, Chappie, don't say it.
No, she doesn't. So Bethany,
This is Hadley, the
Middle
little sister.
child, cell
the
phone
middle
signal.
child. Yeah,
Yeah.
future
Cell phone
racer.
signal.
She
Talk into the mic.
asked her if she wanted to do the avocado race run because she likes to do running.
I don't like running. I have
I
allergies.
did the
cardio.
I did
you
the
need
avocado.
cardio. I'm telling you.
You know what?
And when you asked her what does she do at home, she yells at us.
Hey, I
sometimes.
ran Legoland. You happy now?
No, that was a 5K. A beginner.
I could beat you at the little go-karts at Legoland.
Those aren't even go-karts, Chappie. Those
'Kay,
are
wait.
snails with Chevy
Okay,
emblems
you're
on them.
acting like
She's
he's
correct.
you're acting like he's gonna get in one of them. You know, he's gotta break the thing if he gets in it. So let's all just relax
The
here for a
Legos will
second.
go,
Can I announce the race from the top of the school bus?
Sure.
Sure, go for it.
All right, good deal. Well, Hadley, Benjam, and the future Benjam. Are all three racers gonna? Can we see you guys all three? There's three sisters. One's not here. Are we gonna only see two at the track or three?
we like
Two.
we like to say cell phone signal instead of three sisters because it goes big, medium, small. Cell
Okay.
phone signal, and we always got 3 bars.
Oh, damn! I like that.
I've had a good night, and that's
Right
how
now
I
you
get my
only have
night
2.
started at 3 bars. Then I'm off to the 4th one.
Oh, there's
Chappie.
a 4th. There's a 4th one.
Cool it.
If I make it that far, it depends on what we're partaking in. The cold barley pops.
I don't know. I don't think Trump's wall will let you.
Damn.
All right, we haven't covered any. They're killing me here tonight. But see what happens when we go 20 minutes overtime. IndyCar.
Ho-ho.
How
My boy
about
Connor
Will-
Daly.
how
Let's just
about-
throw a shout out to him real quick.
I got a little something for you. We got to still talk about Scusa and Connor Daly. You're lagging on getting guests. I'm now beating you 3-0 in the first 3 weeks.
Just like the Falcons.
How about Will Power racing for Penske? And can I predict right now that Penske this year in Indy will run 1 through 4?
Guaranteed.
And here's how it'll go. Joseph Newgarden, number 1,
Mm-hmm.
will win the championship.
Yep, I agree.
He's been on the show, and he's got Chaotic Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
2 will be Power. It'll be a close finish.
Yeah, I agree.
Then Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And then who retired? Montoya. Who
I could
left? Kester Neves or one of them left? They'll go 1
One of
through
them
4,
left,
though.
yeah, I'm not-
Anyways, I got it.
I agree though, but I
If you
think
guys just listen to our predictions.
yeah,
We got it.
I think your your first and second pick Power and the other guy will be.
I really hope Newgarden does good.
Well, yeah,
too.
Newgarden I think has a chance to do it. I think it's gonna be kind of like a neat Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg situation in a way, kind of. You know, I think they're gonna be really, really close. But if the one thing goes wrong, or they take each other out, or something were to go wrong between one of them, I think it's gonna come down to whoever makes the first mistake.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Do you watch Indy cars?
Every now and then, yeah, when I have my spare time, but it's usually counting down to Daytona.
Right.
But most
love
of
it.
the time.
Okay, so you're taking Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Axe has
Jimmy Johnson.
the 48. I will take Truex Jr. Now, the winner of this gets a 6-pack. 4 tickets to Irwindale. Zeke, who do you got? You are in.
I'm going to say Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch is a great call. He's
Yeah,
really good
that
call.
that guy's fast.
He's really
Hadley,
fast.
who do you got?
I don't really watch NASCAR, but off of what I know from my dad changing the RTV.
Would you like some help?
Yeah, sure.
I would say Reed Sorensen. Hey, this is a betting game. I'm not going to give her a ringer.
This is where you
That's
don't
not
trust a
very
word
Hey,
he
these girls
says
know more
at
than
this
me.
point in time. At this point in time, you don't trust a word he says.
Hey,
It's just-
take
Yeah.
Richard Petty. He's a ringer.
Carl Edwards.
Carl Edwards.
I'm going to go with my dad, Carl Edwards.
Oh,
Yeah,
your
he's not racing.
Your dad,
Your
is
dad
worse
just
than me
trolled
right
ya.
now.
He's not racing.
Your dad
Oh,
trolled
come
ya.
on.
Your dad
Come
trolled ya.
on.
We will not see a
Go with
backflip
Logano.
at
Go with
Daytona.
Logano. Go with Logano.
We already have Logano's
Oh, you
taken.
do? Okay.
Yeah,
Vice
Logano's
President's
taken.
taken by Jeff Exton.
Dude, you know what? Who's taking Harvick? I would put her with Harvick.
Oh, take
That's a great
I would put her
call.
with Harvick.
He's from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I mean, Kyle has a chance. You don't know what's in those M&M packets.
Hey, damn, that's true. She's got a point right there.
Or as Van Halen would say, no brown M&Ms.
And I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Okay, so Hadley's got Harvick, and I think that's Hadley could win this thing.
She could because you're.
hey, have you seen me in I don't know. Have you seen me in arcades?
Yes,
Ooh.
have you seen her in arcades?
Apparently not. This is radio. Can you elaborate on what you do at arcades?
I
She
usually win.
Oh.
What's
I
that?
usually win bets.
she will get you stuff from like the claw.
Hey,
Okay.
poker, you don't even want to try me.
Oh,
You don't want to try her.
true.
Okay.
I'll take
Wow.
that
I
bet.
don't know where the show's
I'll take that
going.
back. He's like, I'm in.
I don't know where the show's going.
Poker night at
here.
Chaotic.
There
Poker
you
night at
go.
Chaotic.
The final 4 minutes and the girls' Red Bulls are kicking in.
Cool. Boom.
Red Bull, if you care to sponsor the show, call me. Monster. Monster is the new sponsor for NASCAR.
Yeah.
Monster's bitter, I'm telling you right now.
Oh.
If you could have any owner call you right now and say, Laney Benjamin, we've been watching your career. We heard you interviewed by the Axe and Chappie on KaoticRadio.com, the greatest, fastest show on the internet. We'd like to offer you a $40 billion offer to drive. What would it be? What would you want to drive if you had your choice? Anything. NASCAR?
Anything. That's a tough decision. Probably NASCAR.
A NASCAR.
Yeah, 200 miles an hour, baby.
There's never been a female NASCAR world champion.
Yeah, not first.
And we
female
know
was me.
Danica's not going to win it.
Yeah.
Nope. I know how to teach Danica how to go forward, but I mean, I don't think it'd be worth it.
Oh.
That's the second time you brought that up. Do you have a bigger beef against her than I do?
Probably. You know what?
She does.
I love
You
it.
know what? She gets the mascara on before her races, which I don't think is necessary because she's usually concerned about her straight hair and looks. She should be concerned about her driving.
There you go. You're there to win. You're not there to look pretty while doing it.
No.
I love it. There it is. I love it.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looks good when he's out there.
Oh, jeez.
Except at the finish result.
You know, it probably has got a comb in his NASCAR, I'm telling you right now. He's probably got a little comb.
Damn.
Hey.
Okay,
That's a
it's-
new one. That's a new one.
In the future, Landy, you can be a guest on my show, but you can't be funnier than me and get the drum. The psh.
Yeah, he's
You know, I
never
probably
ever
could.
gotten the drum.
You've been better than me tonight. It's your first time on the radio, and you've been funnier than me. So congratulations. I think the fans loved hearing about an 11-year-old racer. And everybody look for you in the future, Laney Benjamin. If you want to watch her this Sunday, as well as Willie Axton, come on out to Cal Speed, Fontana. You guys know it. We're racing underneath the smokestacks in Fontucky. Sorry, Fontucky, but Felony Flats. And, anybody can come out. What does it cost to get a wristband and come out and just watch Laney race? $8?
About that, yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, spectator band's about $8.
Come on out, bring a cooler. Don't bring me a beverage into the announcing stand. I'm still on probation.
Hey, correction on that, $15. 15 to come watch the race.
Still a great deal.
Great deal.
To see a
15, but
future-
still a great deal.
To see a future NASCAR world champion, the
Oh.
first ever female world champ, in the
Any
early
day.
stages of her career.
Any day, you got to autograph while
Hey,
you can.
know what?
It's gonna go a long way.
That
One-
was.
One more
Danica's
time
fault.
while the music comes in. Thank your sponsors one more time. Run them through.
I'd like to thank P1 Engines, Locked and Load Trailer Rentals, Liat Brace, Lucas Oil, Top Kart USA. I'm working on it. I'd like to thank Eric Perry for always being there at the track, maybe running over, get some tools, borrow your air. I'd like to thank my dad, Al Ramirez, Nick Ramirez, Quick Nick Ramirez. I'd like to thank my family for coming out. I'd like to thank Facebook. I'd like to thank just everyone who supports.
What about your mom delivering the food with your sisters helping it? What
I
about
said that.
That's it.
No,
She got the
you
family.
didn't. You said I like to
got the
thank my family. You said that.
Well, do you want the specifics?
Yes.
You want,
I
okay,
want the
we got
specifics.
Hadley, we got mom, we got dad, and we got sisters.
What
I
about
love it.
one? You're missing one.
Nah.
And that's
Bethany.
Beth. Yes,
Bethany.
there we go.
I love it.
All right, once again,
Team manager.
It's the Axe, Willie Axton.
Signing off.
With Hadley Benjamin. We got Laney Benjamin. Great job. Zeke and Jeff in. My name's Chappie. We'll be back Tuesday night. Everybody listen to KaoticRadio.com and all the great shows we have here. 24/7 at the station. This is Kaotic Motorsports. We're every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we'll be back next Tuesday night. Got a lot of great guests coming up in the future, folks. And on this great Taco Tuesday, Kaotic Motorsports night, as Judas Priest would say, we're your turbo lovers. Have a good night, everybody. We'll be back next Tuesday.